O Show. This is the Big 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 O Show. This.
So here's the putting green. See? There you go. Got two flags. One is over there where Cutter's Edge Pro. It's not coming out now. Come on. Come on, wind. Give me a little wind. No, unfortunately. But there you go. And this one says Big O here. There you go. So there's my putting green. It's about, I would say about 25 feet, something like that. I get to practice, have a little fun. See? And then, of course, we got, the bunkers. Got to have the bunkers, man. Got all kinds of bunkers there. You know what I'm saying? So that's a taste of our backyard. There's Maiden right there. Maiden. Bono, how you doing, Bono? Bono. He's a Carolina dog, by the way. These dogs are amazing. Their temperaments are awesome. But there is the Sylvester Palm, which is just beautiful. All right, call my guys, Will and Mike at Cutter's Edge Pro. They will take care of you. Dogs are not included, okay? Can't include the dogs. Those are mine. But the exceptional work, oh, baby. Oh, baby, yes. Make your home an oasis. CuttersEdgePro.com. Go to their Instagram page, by the way, so you can see a lot of the before and after work that they do. And it is exceptional, baby. This thing's been on here for about 9 months. No grass growing through it or anything like that. Right, Bono? Huh? Bono!
There's just one place to get our biggest discount on a 2024 Acura. Take up to $10,000 off. $10,000 off at Acura of Pembroke Pines, the #1 Acura dealer in the USA.
Oh, I think I know what this is. Houston, we have a package. Hello?
No matter where you are, the Sloman Shield Home Security System guards your home. With next-gen perimeter protection, 24/7 monitoring, and interior motion sensing. And right now, get a free Sloman Shield security system and doorbell camera, all professionally installed, for free.
Shield your world, the Sloman Shield.
Welcome to Caneswear. New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show. is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
After 40 years, the Big Cheese Miami is still producing great Italian food. They started in 1984. Since then, they've been winning awards while being voted the best inexpensive Italian restaurant in Miami. Visit them for great food, amazing service. Witness the decades of Cane's memories. The walls are like a Miami Hurricanes Hall of Fame. The Big Cheese delivers anything on its menu or party platter menu to your home, office, or even a park for a picnic. Located at 8080 Southwest 67th Avenue, Miami. Call 305-662-6855. TheBigCheeseMiami.com, where they serve large portions at family prices.
Over 2,000 Toyotas are in stock and on their way to Toyota of Hollywood. Get our lowest price on every Toyota, including Corolla, Camry, Highlander, Tacoma, and RAV4. Like a 2024 Corolla LE, $19,975. Need credit? If you earn at least $500 a week, we want to say you're approved at Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
Welton Rayom has more than 62 years of litigation experience handling insurance disputes. They're committed to resolving even the toughest insurance claims quickly. Call them for a free consultation. 954-966-4646. At Welton Rayom, they don't get paid unless you win. Property damage claims to your home, business, or condo as a result of a hurricane. Welton Rayom can help. Water, mold, fire, smoke damage, Welton Rayom can help. Call 954-966-4646.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
The viewpoints, statements, or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyXS.com, Media Group Inc. ownership, management, sponsors, or website. When it comes to South Florida sports teams, very few in the media have witnessed, lived, and covered it like the Big O. Let's start the program dedicated to your favorite South Florida teams with a passion that's unmatched. The Big O Radio Show is on. Here's the Big O.
All righty. Welcome aboard. Yes, sir. It is Thursday afternoon. You know where we are religiously, right here at the beautiful Hialeah Park and Casino. Yes, sir. And we're in the second floor poker room. It's going to get loaded. We got TVs everywhere. We got the lovely ladies serving drinks and food, and you can make wagers on tracks all across this beautiful nation of ours. And then we got some loose, very loose slots downstairs. And remember, you could also win an Alfa Romero SUV, baby. Woo! We're giving it away at the end of the month. Every time you pull that lever or press a button sometimes, right? I think sometimes it's press buttons too, not just pull levers. You get an entry in to try to win that Alfa Romero. Now you got to be here live. And if you're here live, you got a better chance of winning. If you're not here live, you have no chance of winning because you got to be here live to drive away in the vehicle. All right. All right. We got a lot of nuggets and news for you on the Dolphins side. So we will get you locked and loaded with that. And we got, of course, the great Sean Stanley by my side. Always appreciate him. We're getting ready. Don't forget, of course, to visit our merchandise shop. Great way to support our program. And you can buy shirts and hats and all kinds of good stuff. Use that QR code that you see there, and you can hook up. Also, the link is on our YouTube page, and also you can get it on our Instagram and Twitter pages. We've got the links there too. You can find it. It is bigoradioshow.myshopify.com. All right. All right. Practice today for the Dolphins against the Commanders. You gotta kind of slow down so you don't catch yourself saying the magic word, right? And then there's somebody, hey, remember, they're no longer that anymore, that kind of crap. So we'll talk a little bit about that. We got also some news and nuggets from that we've gathered from training camp. So we'll pass it on to you guys because there's a lot of misinformation out there going on. And I want to make sure that we kind of, keep everybody level-headed. Teron Armstead did not practice again. Holland, Poyer, Ramsey, Wilson, Waddle, Long, Bonner, Shorts, Gallimore, Connor, Jones, Brewer, and Walker did not practice today. A long list, like it is almost every day where you have a long list of guys, and it's not so much that, oh my God, there's a lot of problems and a lot of concerns and those kind of things. It's just something that they'd rather take precautions. They'd rather not burn out players. Okay. They know when you're working hard and when you're not and all that kind of stuff. They track everything that you do. So they will pace all of these guys. It's not just pacing Teron Armstead and keeping him off the field so he doesn't get injured. You know what I'm saying? In any kind of freakish way, like it happened last year. But it's more than that. It's about wear and tear. It's about keeping them fresh. So most of this stuff, none of it is really serious. You don't really have to, freak out. Although there are a couple things that I do want to talk to you about because the media in general, I'm going to say not everybody, but in general, they love FUD. They love fear, uncertainty, and doubt. That's what sells papers or subscriptions now, whatever. That's what gets you page views and hits and all that kind of stuff is setting in the panic because that's what you guys react to. So we're going to kind of straighten some of that stuff out too today on the show. So I want to make sure we clear all of that up. What else do we have going on? Do want to remind you that Welton Rayom is a proud sponsor of our program. Tomorrow we will talk to David Furonis. We'll get his thoughts on the entire week. We talked to him on Tuesday. Now we got to see the Wednesday and the Thursday practices and obviously the practices against the Commanders. So we'll get to see that and we'll get his thoughts on it leading into the preseason game. I don't know which starters and how many starters are going to end up playing this week. We'll definitely find out about that. But Welton Rayom, of course, proud sponsors of our program. And folks, we are in storm season. And this is why I tell you that it's not just about hurricanes. It's about just torrential downpours that can create problems for us, for us all. And the worst thing you do is call the insurance company, believe it or not, because they know all the rules and all the loopholes and they can take advantage of us. And their adjusters are working for them, not for you. Okay? They're not. They're working for the insurance companies. So I'm telling you, you want to make sure you are protected. Welton Rayom has their own adjusters. You call them, they send their adjusters, and then they call the insurance company. It's like sicking 2 bulldogs on them, 2 pit bulls, 2 Dobermans, 2 Rottweilers, whatever is your favorite attack dog. That's Welton Rayom. Those guys are going to attack, and I saw them do it to Progressive. So if you're dealing with bankruptcy issues, which unfortunately a lot of people are right now, homeowner property damage, condo damage, criminal defense, business owner claims, commercial litigation, personal injury, Welton Rayom can help you. And remember, the consultation is completely free. So the first step is free. You want to find out if you have a case and if they can help you, That's the first step, but you will never find out if you don't pick up the phone. 954-966-4646. And tomorrow you can catch the Welch and Rayom Miami Dolphins report with David Furones here on the show. All right. I see Steve Chapman is number one in the house. Captain Saki out in Tarpon Springs. Oscar Rojas is in. Messi will play when he's ready, bro. Right now, it's a tournament that it doesn't matter. They won it last year. It's not a big deal. Jay Gelfin in the house. Gus 1388. Jay Slim. U.S. on selling. Yeah, I know. Well, we got idiots in government, bro. What do you want? They're selling Bitcoin. He's talking about the U.S. has moved 10,000 Bitcoin to sell, and meanwhile, all the smart people are buying it. But I got to tell you something. Here's the attitude I have now on this: sell it, dude. Sell it all already. Sell it, man. That's fine. Germany, United States, you people want to be stupid. You go ahead and sell it and keep giving me cheaper Bitcoin so I can keep accumulating during this period. Because eventually we're going to overcome that, and it's going to take off because it's only going to go one way. And if the government doesn't want to, and that's the reason why you can't trust them, it is what it is. You can't talk a good game that you're going to try to change your ways. And Schumer was actually talking about it yesterday. And then here's what's going on. And so what is it? Is it the Biden people or what? And you have a chance to help build your reserves with the best asset in the world, and you're not doing it. So I can't help it if the people that are, running the country are stupid. It is what it is. And by the way, $1 billion doesn't do anything for this country. You're 35 trillion in debt. I think you're better off leaving the asset and letting it grow, and then you can cash out. I mean, it's silliness, but what are you going to do, dude? Steven Gonzalez, Cosa Nostra, Ray Sosa. Yeah, I'm feeling good, man. It's all good. I'm fine. By the way, let me first thank the Miami Dolphins PR staff. They gave me this beautiful tumbler. I know I'm not a fan of the new logo, but this is very nice. They were looking out for my health. And Hal Habib, by the way, has it because they gave it to all the media members. Here's the stuff and everything. I haven't even used it yet. He told me that it keeps ice like for a couple days. Like it's like awesome. So I am looking forward to using it now. I didn't use it at the moment that they gave it to me because, again, I haven't even cleaned it or anything. So there you go. They gave me this beautiful tumbler, and I'm going to use it. I'm actually going to use something with the new logo. Why? Because the Dolphins PR staff, they were very nice. They were very attentive. They gave a shit. And Norland checked up on me later on in the evening. And then when they saw me the next day, said, "Hey, we're going to get you the tumblers that we were giving the media at the beginning of camp." But I guess I wasn't there at the moment in the media room when they gave them out. So they made sure they brought me one out this morning and said, "Here you go. So you can use it." And I will use it. I will use it, even if it has the new logo on it. Okay. Who knows? Maybe I could get somebody to put the old logo instead. You never know. I know people that have skills. It could happen. It's a possibility. You know what I'm saying? Don't put it past me that I'll change this logo. But I will use it because it's a very nice tumbler, and it comes from the heart. And so they even offered me lunch and everything, take me upstairs and cook lunch for me and everything. But I said, no, I'm good. After the paramedics checked me out, I was good. And I felt good already. I felt normal. I was hydrating. I was drinking Gatorade and all that kind of stuff. So I was fine. I was ready to go. I went right to go eat something. And I was, as we say in Spanish, piedra. I was ready to go. But anyway, I want to thank everybody in the Dolphin PR staff. They're always very nice with me anyways, as it is. And so thank you very much. Very kind. It's very kind. Very appreciative. It's very nice. So I thank them for that. And what else do we have here? Think Blue Dodgers, George Gross, One-Eyed Jack. Exactly. Take advantage of the Bitcoin dip. And that's it. That's what I'm going to keep doing. I'm going to keep taking advantage every moment I get. And by the way, please, you can make a donation, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo. And you can always make a Bitcoin or Ethereum donation, which you guys know. I love that. So Cash Big O Show. That's Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo. True Fin Fan is in. Thank you for the love, sir. Luis Medina, Chris Duquette says, drafted 2 in my fantasy league. Everybody laughed at me. There you go. Well, he'll be lighting it up, so you'll be laughing last. Down 100 pounds from 340. No bread, no rice, no processed food. Oatmeal once or twice a day. Fruits, vegetables, all beef, pork, and poultry you can eat. There you go, Luis. Keep rocking, bro. Very proud of you, my brother. Very proud of you. Dennis Akers is in the house. Hope you got your package, Dennis. Skylar Tipton. Dr. Mario. He's signing off, he says. Bro, don't ditch the Fiji. No, but I'm going to put the Fiji in here. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. Let's see. The show is starting 30 minutes earlier than advertised on YouTube the last 2 days. Just letting you know. Yeah, Oscar, you know the title of the show? You know what the title of the show is, right? You want to tell them what the title of the show is there, Sean? What's the name of the show?
It's the Big O Radio Show.
It's the Big O Radio Show. You know what that means, right? Oscar? You know what that means, right? That means I do whatever the hell I want, whenever I want. So I can put 3 o'clock, but if I want to start at 2:30, I start at 2:30. If I want to start at 3:30, I start at 3:30. The beauty of the world I now live in. Dave Hyde walked up to me today, and he goes, well, Big O, I got to say, this is classic here. Yes, my love, I'm on the air. How you doing? Okay. No, yeah, I went early. Yeah, they're calling me out for that right now as it is. Okay. Love you too. There you go.
Play-by-play of the Big O conversation.
So, anyway, Dave Hyde walks up to me and goes, so Big O, you've mastered being on your own. And I go, that's right, Dave. I don't answer to a goddamn thing.
I think Oscar was trying to
I know.
To know it out, because I guess what happens is, because at 2:30 it gives you a notification if you go on at 3.
Yeah.
Since we're going early, they're not getting notified, so you have to wait. They're finding it on the thing that we're live. So, because I just saw Duquette say something about it as well.
So it's the beautiful thing now. You gotta. This is training camp, bro. It's already threw me off. I'm normally on at 10 a.m. Tomorrow I'll be. Sean and I pre-show, we were like, yes, we're on at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Life is back to normal again. You know what I'm saying? So once training camp's done, we'll go back to our 10 a.m. every day and all that. But this throws me off, and I had an opportunity. I was ready to go. I'm a half hour early. I told Sean, why am I going to wait a half hour? It's a half hour later. I leave on the show. It's a half hour. I got to deal with traffic. It's my call. So, I apologize. You guys have to adjust, but you know what? It's on demand. So, you can just rewind and,
The Big O Show could be the Oscar Rojas show.
It could be.
The Big Oscar show. That's what
it could
Sweet
be.
Baby Ray had said. I was like,
He could start his own Big O show. He could.
you can start right on time.
Yeah, he could. Even the wife didn't know I was early. It's just, yeah.
She actually called like 3 minutes.
Yeah, right. Just
That would
prior.
leading right in.
Prior.
you
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
Pep talk.
Obviously, it wasn't anything serious, and that's good. Obviously, that was good. So that's the story behind it, Oscar. It's just, hey, man, we're sitting here. I'm not going to sit for another half hour when I don't have to. Let's start the show. Let's rock and roll. And that's exactly what we're doing. We're rocking and a rolling. That's what we do on the show. Okay. By the way, tomorrow on Friday, Manny Navarro will be joining us, and he'll join us for our Caneswear Miami Hurricanes report. But he's also, we've got a new weekly segment now, and it's the Big Cheese Miami Hurricanes NIL and recruiting report, because you kind of want to know what big cheese they're going after. And so our friends at the Big Cheese, which we love Gary and Billy and all the great people at the Big Cheese. By the way, we're going to be broadcasting live there in October, but go by there, check it out. If you have not tried the greatest garlic rolls on the planet, pasta delivered directly from Italy, cooked fresh daily, the jumbo shrimp cocktail, the fried mozzarella sticks, the kids menu. They've got all kinds of stuff going on, man. The manicotti, the stuffed shells, the lasagna, the baked ziti. So, I mean, I don't know. I could just go on and on and on and talk about the Big Cheese. And so that's why I'm telling you, tomorrow we will have the Big Cheese NIL and recruiting report with Manny Navarro. So make sure you catch it tomorrow here on the program. Okay, tomorrow morning. It'll be around 11:20. That reports. Sweet Baby Ray says it's the Big O show, not the Big Oscar show. That's right. That's it. O makes the rules. That's right. I make the rules. And that's what I love. I don't have to answer to a damn thing, dude. Hunter Butler says, people really don't believe you when you say we are one of the best organizations in the league. There's a reason why we're always graded A. We just have to start winning the big games. And Hunter, that's coming. It's you got to stop. You're not. But I'm saying, like, in general, we have so many people listening to all the FUD, the fear, uncertainty, and doubt out there. And like I keep telling you, if you have a pretty decent season away from the injuries, you should make the playoffs 3 years in a row. I that's not talked about enough. And that should be talked about, because that's not something that's normal here. It's not normal to even make the playoffs. They were making the playoffs like every 8 years and shit. Like, I think 16, and then they made it in 8 or something like that, or 11 or something. It's like it was like in between years. It takes years to make just one playoff trip that you would show up to. And you've been injury riddled the last 2 years that you've made the playoffs. If you can avoid from being injury riddled, okay, you're going to have a couple of injuries, but not a ton of injuries. You're going to start winning in the playoffs. And then that's where those games are coming. Your quarterback's been in the MVP race the last 2 years. Your wide receiver has been in the MVP talk last year. He's had 2 magical seasons. The defense is coming off a top 10 performance last year. I think they've got a better coordinator than they lost, actually. I think this guy's going to adjust, actually, to the talent he has. I think this offense is the best it's ever been under Mike McDaniel. I think it has the balance it didn't have before. They're going to actually use the tight end a shitload. They're going to throw to the tight end. They're going to hand it off to the tight end. They're going to throw screens to the tight end. The tight end will be involved, and it won't only be Jonnu Smith. Julian Hill will get involved also. He's crossed that threshold. They're going to throw to the running backs. this offense is going to be the best it's been under Mike McDaniel because it's going to have a balance, because Tua now will have options he didn't have before. He could never throw to a tight end because it just wasn't called for. Now it's going to be featured. So to me, I only see positives with the Dolphins moving forward. That's how I'm expecting them to be a better team. I'm hoping they're healthier. And I know that Tua will be better. I'm hoping that Mike McDaniel will be better. I know talent-wise, if they're healthy, they'll be better. To me, there's just way too many positives. It's just that people look for the negatives, especially in the media. Let me give you something of a nugget right now and a little news for you, okay? A little breaking news, a little nugget for you that nobody else has. No one locally, no one nationally will have. Are you ready? Aaron Brewer will be ready for week 1. Guaranteed. Okay? Aaron Brewer will be ready for week 1. So as much as we're concerned, and they've got Eichenberg playing there now, and he's actually played pretty well, by the way. He held up well today. He did a good job overall today. The line did a good job today. The snapping, but no more the snapping issues. Remember how I told you that, okay, they just put on pads, you know, the speed of the game is changing, and so then there's an adjustment there. That adjustment's done. And now all the snapping pretty much has been pretty good already. It's back to like it should be, you know. But the talk of Aaron Brewer, the concerns of Aaron Brewer, and I totally understand it. And it must be frustrating for Liam Eichenberg because, I mean, it's phenomenal that he can move over to center and do a good job already, by the way. He's doing a good job at center right now. But poor guy doesn't get to settle down on one spot, man. It's just really, really unfair to the dude. It really is. So I can tell you that Aaron Brewer is going to be ready for the regular season. So for those people out there that are writing all kinds of stuff or talking all kinds of stuff, he will be ready for week 1. So you will not have to be concerned. And I get it. Others need clicks and views and all that. And you know, maybe sometimes I hurt us because I don't really do shit for clicks and I just kind of speak the truth and people just don't want to hear the truth more often than not. But I know it's kind of boring, the truth. But the truth is, it sucks that he's not practicing, but I'll tell you that he's going to be fine and he will be ready for week 1. What you got?
I don't know if you saw what Gus 13 sent us.
Oh, no, I didn't know. What did he send us?
Bills Pro Bowl linebacker Matt Milano.
Oh, yes.
He tore his bicep. He'll be out indefinitely, going to get surgery, hope to be back by December.
I have it here. Bills lose linebacker and cheap shot artist Matt Milano. That's not the headline?
No, Schefter left out that one little nugget that you put in there.
I mean, it says it there. Cheap
Yeah, no,
shot
you got
artist.
100% cheap shot artist.
It
Yes.
says it on my headline that I wrote. It says Bills lose linebacker and cheap shot artist Matt Milano to a torn bicep injury, out indefinitely. I like my headline.
Yeah, sugarcoat Schefter here. He
Right.
sugarcoated it.
Right.
He's not going to sugarcoat Schefter. Buddy.
Look, let me tell you something about insiders. They're all terrific workers. They all work hard. None of them have strong opinions. Do you know why? They can't. Do you know why they can't have strong opinions? Because they need the agents they get the information from. So, but I don't do this to kiss people's asses. You know what I mean? I don't kiss anybody's ass. So, you know, again, back to the Oscar Rojas situation. I don't answer to anybody. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? So I don't worry about that kind of stuff. I just call it like I see it. You can't deal with it? Too bad. Too bad. But yeah, cheap shot Milano is what I'm going with. I don't know. But I like my headline. It's accurate. Am I inaccurate? So you're wearing a 305 Big O Show Inter Miami shirt. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Brian Landis, Tyler Myers, Drago, Skylar Tipton. Got more nuggets for you. Drago, Chris Duquette, Eric, Luis Medina, Gus, Monty O, Yader Castro, Bernard Mahorn. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I'm a big fan of all of you out there for loving us. And by the way, smash the hell out of the like button. Come on, man. We got over 200 people watching, only 61 likes. You know, you guys know with in like 10 seconds, if you all wanted, you can send us soaring to 200 likes. Because I know there's more than 140 people that haven't hit the like button because of the turnover already that we've been on for 40 minutes or 30 minutes or whatever we've been on. Did Tua practice today? Yes, he did. Yes. All X videos were Skyler. Yeah, no, but Tua practiced today. He had a couple of nice throws. He overthrew. There was a play where early in the practice on the 11 on 11s, he overthrew Tyreek on a 50, 60-yard bomb or whatever it was. You know what was funny about that? Nobody was complaining about overthrowing. Doesn't fit your narrative, huh? Anyway. The Big Cheese is literally the best restaurant in the world. It's so good, man. It is so freaking good. I hope you guys join us. I hope you guys go all the time, but in October when we go, we're going to bring a bunch of prizes and giveaways and stuff. We're going to do the show there and have a good time. Please come on out and join us over at the Big Cheese, man. Let's see. I almost drafted OBJ to totally piss my league off, but too many players already had week 6 bye. Gus 1388, thank you for the love and the super chat. Hey, honey, I'm on the show early so I can be with you. There you go. That's a good one. I like that. Dan reminds everybody to smash the like button. Come on, 85, and there's 212 watching. Come on, guys. Come on, ladies. Let's go. Give us a little love. Doesn't take much effort to hit that like button, and it goes a long way. It really does. It spreads it out, man. It hits the algorithm, and more people can find the show, and more people can subscribe and like and support and, visit our sponsors and all that kind of good stuff. Yes, sir.
I got a question from the IG side. Tony Martinez, IG. Big O, who's your biggest surprise in Dolphins camp thus far? I think you covered it late last week, but he was asking again.
Jason Maitre. I told you last week he made the practice squad already. Okay? Jason Maitre would probably be one of my biggest surprises. Let's give you another Dolphin nugget, right? We told you Anthony Brewer, guaranteed, will be ready for the opener, so don't worry about all of that. Okay? We told you Jason Maitre would made the practice squad last week, but just in case, let me just mention it right now again that Jason Maitre has made the practice squad. Tough sumbitch. Okay? Tough sumbitch. Every year, we have undrafted free agents making the team now, right? So who's the undrafted free agent? Will there be one this year? Will there be an undrafted? Let's go. Let's go, chat board. We got over 216 people. Who's the undrafted free agent from this year that will make the team? Give it to me. Give me that stuff, that sweet, funky stuff. Whoa, oh, wow. What you got for me? What you got, 208 there watching on the chat board? Give me a guess. Who is going to make this team? Is there nobody could be the pick 2, by the way? Is there an undrafted? Is there a Julian Hill? Is there a Cater Kohu? Right? That's what we're talking about the last couple of years. A couple of examples. There's a few more because Chris Brooks was undrafted.
There's a couple Storm Ducks coming in.
So, give me who is the undrafted free agent that is going to make this team. Or there isn't one this year.
Look at that.
What
John
do we
Bird
have?
said nobody this year. Too much competition. There's a couple Storm Ducks coming in. Ramon says no one.
How about on Instagram? What do we got on? What do our IG folks are saying?
Nothing yet.
They're not chiming in.
Not
They're a little
chiming in
quiet
yet.
on the IG
A little
side.
quiet on there.
Yes,
Somebody said-
Julius, I got a Tumblr today.
Somebody threw in David Boston.
Ooh, David Boston. There we go. Nyborg says, doing the colonoscopy prep, we should make this something every Bills fan wants to do during their tailgates. So it sounds like an idea for me. What else? Let's see what we have on the guesses. I'm pulling for Storm Duck, Nyborg. Rivero says Storm Duck. Adolfo says Trump Harris. Can you imagine that combination? That would be interesting. 2 complete screw-ups, not just one. Let's see. Karun says agree. Storm Duck just because of the name. Think Blue Dodgers is going with Storm Duck. I like it. I like how he did it too. That's crafty. Nobody this year. Too much competition, according to John Baruch. Jay Pessin picks small calves Boston. Bro, that guy was like this size up top, and down low he had calves like this. I swear to God. It was the weirdest thing in the world. It was like, hey, David, the steroids don't travel down. They stopped in the torso? Because it was like a V. He was a big chest dude, big body, V, and arms. And then his calves were like toothpicks. They were like Lamar Thomas calves. But Lamar Thomas calves had Lamar Thomas arms and Lamar Thomas body. It was all skinny. It was all well balanced. You know what I'm saying? Troy Drayton had that too. Troy Drayton was a tight end with small calves. And he used to tell me all the time that he worked on it and could not get his calves up to the point where it needed to, get to. So that's what it reminds me of David Boston. Ramon Paez says nobody. Rivero has the Ducks. Gus has Isaiah Johnson. Very interesting. Marcus Shabbat has Jaquan Burton. Ray Sosa has Matthew Jones. Byron Matos from the DR with Ray Grullon. He probably made the practice squad, one of those things, not the 53. That one I can tell you is definitely wrong. Big O, have any undrafted players stood out in practice so far? Storm Duck is a Hall of Fame name. He's got to make the squad, says Francisco. Don't skip leg day, LOLDB. Isaiah Johnson, he has had a good camp. That's easy. Gavin Hardison, and he's taken Tua's job, like Fitz, Brissett, Teddy, and Skyler did. Duck, Zeke Vandenberg. This burning heart of mine. Made a couple Big O. What nobody is saying is that this UDA talent may be used to save money on the roster. I never saw us with this much undrafted talent in any Dolphins camp. Well, but they're good at finding players. That's the thing. Look at the Jason Maitre kid. Isaiah that you guys have talked about. Storm Duck is the guy. Storm Duck is the undrafted free agent that is going to make this team. He has the size, looks the part, plays well, has actually made some plays. Storm is the guy that I think will be the undrafted free agent from this college class that they end up picking up. They loved him from the get-go. They gave him the contract. They gave him the extra guarantees and everything as an undrafted player. And obviously, yes, I know he has an absolutely fantastic name, but I think Storm is the guy that's going to end up making it. And I can tell you that he's one of those guys that was coveted. Let me put it that way. Okay, it wasn't just Miami. There were a few teams that were very pissed off that they didn't get a shot at Storm. I am pretty much convinced, barring injury, that Storm Duck ends up making the roster, the 53-man roster. They will not try to sneak him onto a practice squad. Okay? So those of you that went with Storm, from my information, he's the guy, dude. He's definitely the guy. Okay? I kind of wish Milano was playing so Tua can beat them with them. No excuses. They were going to beat him with or without him. Miami's a better team than Buffalo. They just got to go out and prove it this year. If they're healthy, they should beat Buffalo. It's pretty simple. I mean, it's not an easy task for them, but I'm just saying it's time to take that next step forward. You have the better roster. Now go get it done already. You know what I'm saying? It's time to pass the torch. The Dolphins need to take over this division. The front office has given this coaching staff the talent they need to win this division. Plain and simple. And they're not stopping, as you saw that there was Aaron Wilson reported that they were in the Matthew Judon conversations. Now, of course, I know what was going on there. You know, they got a third-round pick, and low-hanging fruit was probably offering like a fifth or a sixth rounder or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure they were a part of it, but they weren't really going to give up a whole ton of money. I mean, a whole ton of picks or anything really high. So I wouldn't be surprised if, the Dolphins were interested in Matthew Judon, but it wasn't anything like a third rounder they were offering. That's all. What do you got?
No, I was going to talk about the Judon trade. It was interesting because, Patriots were the NFL Network game last week, the Thursday, whatever game it was.
Yeah.
And they had the McCourty twins up there and everything else. And they were talking about Judon and how he met with Gerard Mayo. They had their conversation. Everything's iced over. Judon's with the Patriots this season. And then a week later, he's traded for a third-round pick. It's like, because he was helping out some of the rookie. He was helping some of the rookies, and they're like, see, he's come back to the Patriots and helping everybody out, and they've smoothed everything over, and he'll be with the Patriots this year. And then,
boom,
less than a week later, he's third-round pick.
Problem is, you want money, and they're not the team that pays. They still aren't paying now, even though they got rid of Belichick. They're still not paying.
Because I think that 20 years has ruined.
Yeah, they've spoiled you.
Yeah, because you never spent money really. I mean,
it
you
misled
did, but
you.
you're not as much as what.
It's a great point.
Yeah, 20 years.
But
now are we going to spend when we didn't do it for 20 years?
And 2 years ago, Belichick spent a bunch.
That's true. It didn't help.
He bought Matthew Judon,
right.
the two tight ends. He bought like a bunch of players because he was panicking already at that point because he couldn't replace it in the draft, and he didn't have the ultimate eraser, Tom Brady.
I thought Mac Jones, though, was that Tom Brady?
Oh, yeah, Mac Jones. He's the next Tom Brady. Yep, that Mac Jones. Next Tom Brady. You can't stop him. You can only hope to contain him. Let's see. Who's the young CB that's like 6'2", played decent last week? Oh, you're talking about Patrick McMorris? He made the roster already. Patrick McMorris made the roster. He made the 53-man roster this year. Last year, he was on the practice squad. You were able to slide him over and escape with that. But the way he's played, and let me tell you, if Jason Maitre keeps making plays, when they release him to wait for him to clear waivers to get him on the practice squad, he will be picked up by somebody too if he continues to make plays. They have a couple of young guys that they're gonna try to sneak onto the practice squad, and they're not going to be able to. This team is deep, dude.
If they don't clear waivers, does that team have to guarantee them on their 53? Is that like the practice squad rules?
No. They have to clear waivers in order for you to put them on the practice squad.
I know that, but if somebody does pick them in waiver, if somebody picks them off the waiver,
they go to your 50.
They have to be on their 53, right?
Yes, they're not. You're not picking them up to go to their practice squad.
Okay, so it's like the practice squad rules during the season. If you take them, you have to put them on your 53. Okay.
You're taking them to put them on.
I was just wondering if somebody else could grab them and try to stash them. Or
no, because they have to clear waivers in order to be put on the practice squad.
I knew that for the Dolphins.
So they will have to wait for him to clear waivers and then battle with the Dolphins for his services on the practice squad. So you may want to offer him more money than the Dolphins, and then they can steal him from you that way.
Got you. Okay.
But they can't steal him in the sense of claiming him because they've got to then put him on the 50.
So you have to wait for him to clear waivers, then it's a bidding war.
Then it's exactly.
Okay.
That's exactly it. And then, you got to like an agreement that you won't go to another team while you're on the practice squad. Like if you like it there,
now, let me ask
and they're paying you a little extra money, you have like a gentleman's agreement that you won't go and, now this team wants to offer me some and you won't leave.
Okay, but teams can't just grab the person off of the practice squad, right? Or no?
Well, they have to be willing to go and then sign a contract with them to go on their 53. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I just wasn't sure how that worked. That's the only thing. I know people say they get pulled from another team's practice squad, occasionally, but I didn't know if that was something kind of like
from what I understand,
or it's money-wise kind of driven where, hey, come for us, we'll give you more money and an opportunity to play, and they just go.
Right.
Okay.
That could happen because you could be a practice squad player here and a practice squad player here, but this team says, hey, man, you're closer to playing for us. You can stay there, but we'll give you a couple more bucks, and we promise you we're going to activate you and give you a couple of chances because we need you. Meanwhile, here, maybe he's in the practice squad and he's behind two guys that are established and he's got no chance or whatever. So then that's where the player has to weigh their options, at that point. Let's see. The worst part is hearing every QB that wears a Patriots logo, they would be the next Tom Brady. Yeah, it's just funny too. It's just because you think that just because you have it, it's going to last forever like that and that you can replace somebody that easy. And it's just so ridiculous to think that, oh, my God, the next guy is going to be Tom Brady. What are you, a moron? The next guy's not Michael Jordan. It's just not going to happen, dude. There'll be another one, but don't go assuming the next one and the next one and the next one. That never works out like that. Just never works out like that. Big O, I really like Patrick Paul. I think he's going to be a beast. He has adjusted really well, Dennis. Really well. Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't Willie Snead a better weapon for Tua than River or not really, man? I haven't, Willie Snead, I haven't been impressed with him. I got to be honest. I haven't been impressed with him. The guy that's frustrating, let me tell you, a young Miami Dolphin that is very frustrating right now. Malik Washington. Even Travis Wingfield told me this today. He had the best catch ratio percentage in college football last year. Yet, he has dropped way too many passes in training camp. Now, Malik Washington made this team, let me tell you. Anybody that tells you, writes, says it on some podcast or whatever, and they think Malik's not going to make it, I know Malik has dropped too many passes. I'm the first guy to tell you he's dropped too many passes. But I'm the first guy to tell you that he's going to fix that. You know why I'm telling you that? When you're James Blewett Pruitt or you're Derek Hagan, okay, you were already dropping passes in college. You were known for Butterfingers. You were known for being a player that wasn't reliable with his hands on a consistent basis. This was a known fact for you. So it was an issue, unfortunately, for a person like Derek Hagan or James U. Blewett Pruitt. Two names from Dolphins past, recent past, and long way past, okay? And I told OJ McDuffie this today at practice. I said, Malik will be fine because Malik is known to be a sure-handed player and a consistent player, and he is having some problems hanging on to the ball here in training camp, but he will revert to who he is. And who he is a tough-minded kid. Who he is a kid with terrific hands. Who he is a guy that catches the ball consistently. James U. Blewett Pruitt or Derek Hagan were going to probably be who they are. The guys that are going to drop footballs and you can't control it. So Malik Washington is a guy that is a little frustrating right now. But I guarantee you nobody's more frustrated than he is. Today he had a deep ball. And he caught it, but as he was falling, he was stripped by Derek Forrest, the safety. Ball comes flying out. And personally, for me, I'm like, oh, man, come on, Malik. You got to do better than that. You got to hang on to the football. And I will say, he played well in the game this past week. He did his job. So as a gamer, he kind of turned it up. In camp, he has dropped too many passes. I will admit, but I'm not going to be as concerned about that. I'm going to need to see it consistently in games before I'm actually concerned about it with Malik. I think this is more of an aberration. I think this is the reverse of James U. Blewett Pruitt and Derek Hagan. I think what you're watching, it does not reflect who he really is. Malik Washington will be on the roster for the Miami Dolphins. He'll be on the 53. Guarantee you that. What else do we have? Kendall Fuller, by the way, had the orange jersey today. He also ended practice. So that was good because the receiver, man, what's the name of the Washington receiver? I love the kid. He's their best receiver. The Ohio State kid. Now I'm brain farting. I didn't write it down. I'm just going off memory. Terry McLaurin. And McLaurin fell, slipped, and McLaurin, by the way, got the best of Fuller early in practice. But in this one, at the end of practice, inside the building, inside the practice facility, because they finished a small portion of practice inside. And that's how they ended. Kendall Fuller ended up intercepting Jaden Daniels. By the way, Kendall Fuller was the orange jersey guy. He did a great job today with his playlist. One of my favorite playlists. It's got a little bit of an old soul, so that was pretty cool. Fuller, I loved his playlist. I love the fact that he ended practice with the interception, bouncing back from giving up one. Listen, getting burned by Terry McLaurin is not the end of the world. He's going to burn everybody in the league. And, hopefully you can get the best of him every once in a while because he's a terrific wide receiver. I mean, really, it's been a waste of a career being a part of that organization as long as he's been a part of that organization. He's been a great pickup for them, great draft pick. But Fuller, good stuff there. And then the other thing, since he intercepted Jaden Daniels, their quarterback, I'm going to tell you something. I was I was more impressed with Jaden Daniels, the passer, than I was Michael Penix, the passer, last week. I thought Michael Penix has got a terrific arm. Don't get me wrong, but I thought his touch sucked. 2 games, the 2 practices I watched, I was not impressed with Michael Penix's touch. Maybe it's just him having to adjust to the game, whatever. Maybe that's not something in his DNA. We'll see. But I was more impressed with Jaden Daniels than Michael Penix. Okay. And again, don't have enough information on either one to know what they're going to be. And we'll see when the season starts, and we'll get to watch these guys play under the Michael Penix. We won't be able to see him play probably for a while if Cousins stays healthy, but we should get a feel for Jaden Daniels and who he is also, early on. But I did want to talk a little bit about Kendall Fuller because he had a nice practice today, had a terrific playlist, and got it done. O-line held up well today against the Commanders. I thought that was a real positive. Patrick McManus has made the 53-man roster, like I told you. Eric Ezukama, another guy that you just came back and you drop a touchdown today. And to me, it's like, kid, you're living off of a few plays you made your rookie year. You got to come up with more, man. It's just been injuries and disappointment with Eric Ezukama. There's no way. He has no shot at making this roster now. None. And the size means nothing anymore. Do you know why? So because some people, like a guy sent me a DM today. But what happens if Ezukama, we have a big receiver? I go, yeah, his name is Jonnu Smith. His name is Julian Hill. Those are your big receivers now. And they're going to be featured, and they're going to be used. So Eric Ezukama has less usage now. Now, and listen, today Tyreek got a little banged up his shoulder on a fade in the corner. Early on in red zone stuff, they threw a fade and looked like he got a little dinged up, and he was favoring it like a stinger, and then it went away, and he was fine, and he finished practice. But even the DB came over to say, hey, you all right, and all that. And then we were kind of, I was looking at it going, oh, man, is this something, and it wasn't nothing, and it was cool. But I'm not big on this fade shit with midget receivers, dude. And they continue to do fades with midget receivers. Jonnu Smith will be the guy. Eric Ezukama cannot find consistency one way or the other. I don't know if you can, at this point, he's been such a disappointment for so long. I don't know if you can hide him and stash him on the practice squad and cut him and hope he can clear waivers because he's a former 4th-round pick. But I'm sorry, dude. I just don't know how. Eric Ezukama has constantly proven that he is unreliable. So why would you think he's all of a sudden going to become reliable? Yeah. I think his days are numbered. If he doesn't have an absolute 180 where he catches everything in sight, I don't know how he sticks here right now. Right now, he has not justified a position on the Miami Dolphins roster. Okay. By the way, Caneswear, Miami Fanwear. They got anything and everything with the Canes logo on it. They've got all kinds of Inter Miami kits and jerseys and shirts, hats and flags and messy jerseys and messy shirts and all kinds of stuff there at Caneswear. Miami Heat gear, Florida Panthers championship gear. They've got it there at Caneswear. About a beautiful championship hat, man. You got to check it out. They've even got Marlin stuff there. You got to go check it out. 2655 South University Drive in Davie. and tell them that Big O sent you. By the way, use our code Big O10. You will get 10% off. Big O10, whether you go in person or you go online. And by the way, if you order online over $99, you will get free shipping at caneswear.com. Let's see. We were signing guys off the street to play the Chiefs. Yes. Wide receiver is the most competitive position in sports. Big O, since we were interested in Judon, any nuggets about us maybe trading with the Jets or for Riddick? Nothing. I don't know anything about that right now. And I doubt it because he wants a big-ass contract, and I doubt they're going to give him that big-ass contract. And they've got two guys coming back, and he wants, multi-year deal. I just don't see them committing a multi-year deal when they've got to commit to Jalen Phillips, and they already are committed to Chubb, and you drafted, some other guys like Chop and Kamara. So, yeah, I just don't see them doing that. I can see a Judon because a Judon's not here for a long time. You're going to keep him for a year. But this guy is going to want a few years, and he's going to be a pain in the ass if you don't give it to him. By the way, we're up to 131, and 210 are watching. So hit that like button, please. Let's go. You guys can easily get it over 200 right now. If everybody hits the like button right now, think about that. Everybody hits that like button, that 131 will go like this, like a crazy-ass slot machine here at Hialeah Park, dishing out all kinds of prizes. So hit that like button. Smash that like button. Smash it. And the button, too. Let's see. Big O, R.I.P. Peter Marshall, ex-host of Hollywood Squares. 98, a full life. Definitely 98 is... Yeah. That's a full life and a half, my brother. Okay. Where's the crypto market right now? Woo! Bitcoin's down to 56.8. Thank you, United States, for selling. That is awesome. United States has sold some Bitcoin. What a bunch of morons. What a bunch of morons. By the way, Cam Smith practiced today. Made even a playing coverage, which was nice. And again, Cam Smith can play. Cam Smith's problem has been availability. He cannot get in a groove and can't stay playing well if he can't stay healthy. So he's got to cross that threshold. But he is practicing now 3 days in a row, and he also made a play today. So that, to me, is an absolute positive, okay? I got let's get to our three graphics before I give you another Dolphins nugget here. Saturday, August 24th, the Inter Miami squad, the Herons, are back in action at Chase Stadium, so they start their MLS play, and it'll be 7:30 face-off. Inter Miami taking on Cincinnati, the team that they're battling for number one in the conference and number one overall, man. So supporter shield. We'll see. Remember 3A Graphics. Call my guy Alan Blanco for custom printing and embroidery. 786-618-1443. Not practicing for the Dolphins today. Teron Armstead, Wilson, Schwartz, Gallimore, Long, Holland, Poyer, Ramsey, Bonner, Jones, Walker, Brewer, Connor, and Waddle all out of practice today. Cam Smith practicing for the third time. Eric Azukama also practicing today. So a couple players coming back from injuries. The United States men's national team has hired Mauricio Pochettino as its new head coach. We'll see if he can do something. Cowboys signed defensive end Carl Lawson to a deal. They also traded for former Dolphin Jordan Phillips. And the Bills lose linebacker and cheap shot artist Matt Milano to a torn bicep injury. He is out indefinitely. That is your 3A Graphics sports calendar. All right. Love it. By the way, Toyota of Hollywood is a proud sponsor of our program, and they've got the Summer Super Saver event going on right now. Over 2,000 vehicles in stock, man. That is awesome. Over 2,000. And I saw it with my daughter. Of course, I experienced it when I bought my Camry. I saw it with my daughter when she bought her Corolla. There's a beauty to being able to go to a dealership and you've got 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 cars of the model you want. So then you can pick the style you want, the color you want, and then obviously you're going to get the price you want because they've got the best deals in town out there. And that's what I love about shopping at Toyota of Hollywood. And you will too. Not only is Toyota one of the most reliable vehicles in the world, take it from a guy that's had, let's see, I've had 3 Camrys and a Corolla already in my lifetime, right? So 2 Camrys and a Corolla in my lifetime. I mean, come on, man. My daughter is driving a Corolla. My wife has driven a Camry in the past. You know, it's we're a family that trusts Toyota, and you can trust Toyota. 1841 North State Road 7 in Hollywood, right on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan Street. Herbie Lopez does an amazing job out there. They've got 2.75% financing available for four full years, 0 down at Toyota of Hollywood. All right. Forgot to ask you, do you consider the Inter Miami season a disappointment so far since they didn't win the CONCACAF and Leagues Cup? No, not at all. You win the MLS Cup or at least get to the MLS Cup finals, I'm fine with that. I'm fine. I have no problem with it. This was tough, this loss this week. Jamesville says, seems Matt Cheap Shot Milano has gotten bitten in the ass by karma after his cheap shots. Yeah, he does get constantly injured. The Bills fans are pissed that he's injured again, actually. Yeah. They are flat out pissed. Let me see before I go to my Dolphins nugget. Let's go to some music. Let's do that before I drop my final Dolphins nugget of the day. All right, let's first go with birthdays today. And where the hell is it? Here we go. All right. Now we've got it. All right, we go with musicians born on this date. Joe Jonas from the Jonas Brothers, singer, actor, born in 1989 on this date. Nipsey Hussle. Rest in peace. We lost you in 2019 at a tender age of 33. A man that was lost and then was found and was elevating in life and then was helping others elevate themselves. He was giving back. And what do we do as a community? We set ourselves back as a community when we hurt the people that help our community. And Nipsey Hussle was a gem to a community, and no reason for him to lose his life at the age of 33 when he was doing so many good things. What a shame, man. Rest in peace. In 84 on this day, David Welsh was born, the guitarist from the American rock band The Fray. I like The Fray, but most of their music all sounds the same. There's not a lot of variety in their music. It's one thing I don't like about The Fray. Simon Dawbarn, vocalist for 9/11, born on this date in 1974. Let's see. Marshall Schoenfield from The Fall was born on this date in 1962. Matt Johnson Yeah. This is the day your life will surely change. Matt Johnson, singer, songwriter for The. And who is going to see The in Los Angeles on the weekend?
The Big O.
That's right. The Big O will be seeing The and Matt Johnson in Los Angeles. Cannot wait. It's just a slow, emotional replay of somebody I used to be. Anybody knows what's going on in the world. I don't even know what's going on in myself. It's all right. That's all right. It's all good. I'm infected by their music. Let's see. What else do we have? I am going to be in heaven in that concert. Anybody that sees me in that concert, you're going to go, is this guy normal? And I'm going to go, no. Tommy Aldridge, drummer for Whitesnake, born in this state in 1950. Tom Johnston, guitarist, vocalist, and founder and songwriter for the Doobie Brothers. All right. They've sold over 40 million albums worldwide. Yes, sir. Blackwater, keep on rolling. Mississippi moon, won't you keep on shining? All right. Let's see. What else do we have? Peter York from the Spencer Davis Group, born in this state in 1942. And that's it for musicians born on this date. Let's go with other famous folk born on this date. Jennifer Lawrence. She is 34 years old. Chief Keef, the rapper, is 29. Wasn't on that list. Ben Affleck is 52, celebrating a birthday today. Who else? Napoleon Bonaparte. Little Napoleon, born on this date in 1769. We lost him in 1821. Anthony Anderson, born on this date. He is 54 years old. Let's see who else is celebrating birthdays today. Well, kind of died out here. These people that I have no. Oh, Julia Childs, the chef. She was born on this date in 1912. We lost her in 2004. Julia Childs. All right, what do you got for me there, Sean the Man Stanley?
The voice of TNA, Mike Tenay, turned 70. Timon Honda, he turned 61. And Diamante, she turns 34. Those are your birthdays for August 15th.
All right, today, 1969, we start off with music history. Woodstock opened in Bethel, New York, with 400,000 fans coming out to see the likes of The Who, Jimi Hendrix, Creedence Clearwater Revival, Jefferson Airplane, and many others. In fact, I looked it up today. Besides, 55 years today, August 15th through the 18th, they ranked the top 10 performances of that weekend. It was Jefferson Airplane at 10. It was Country Joe and the Fish at 9. Canned Heat at 8. The Who at 7. Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young at 6. Sly and the Family Stone at 5. Joe Cocker at 4. Richie Havens at 3. Santana was number 2. And number 1 was Jimi freaking Hendrix, dude. It's amazing. And also, when we talk about Woodstock, there are a lot of things about Woodstock that, some people don't realize. And there were a lot of things that went on that some people may, anyway, but rain delays messed the schedule and muddied the festival grounds. It was nearly impossible to find friends if you split up. There were 2 deaths, numerous arrests for hard drugs, and a tractor crushed 1 fan. Despite these setbacks, some of the most legendary artists in rock history gave performances that since have been immortalized in pop culture imagination. Woodstock 99, the festival planned for the 30th anniversary of the original, literally went down in flames. Woodstock 2019, the festival planned for the 50th anniversary, fell apart at the seams. We might never get another music festival like the original Woodstock. The original had its issues too. The festival was banned from its first location, Walk Hill, New York, after local residents rejected them. They were also rejected from the town of Socrates and barely got the permits from Bethel in time to set up the necessary structures. With large gaps in fencing, the organizers were forced to make festival free as hundreds of thousands of fans descended on the festival grounds, kicking off a muddy, dirty, overcrowded, unsanitary, legendary 3-day spectacle. In honor of the original Woodstock, Stacker rounded up 20 facts and figures that sum up the original 3 days of peace and music, from the number of babies allegedly born during the festival to the amount of artists that were compensated. This is our inside look at the greatest music event ever. 600 porta potties. All around 500,000 people attended Woodstock over 3 days, whereas Yankee Stadium, for example, has 1 toilet for every 62 fans. Woodstock only had 1 toilet for every 833 fans. 186,000 tickets were sold in advance, with prices ranging from $120 in today's advanced pricing to $160 at the gate. When hundreds of thousands of fans unexpectedly showed up, combined with fencing that couldn't keep them out, the only option was to let the gates open and everybody in for free. The weekend-long event cost $18, about $120 in 2019. In comparison, a 3-day pass to this year's Coachella Music Festival cost $429 for general admission. Okay? That's crazy. Coachella's headliners were Childish Gambino, Tame Impala, and Ariana Grande. The Woodstock's acts were Crosby, Stills, Nash Young, The Grateful Dead, Joan Baez, Jefferson Airplane, and 28 others. Yeah, you can't compare. Richie Havens kicked off Woodstock at 5:15 p.m., hours before his scheduled start time. Traffic had kept the openers from making it to the stage on time, which left Havens to go through his entire repertoire. Freedom, one of the most iconic Havens songs, was ad-libbed by the musician as he made it up on the fly to fill out his impromptu set. Jimi Hendrix was the festival's highest paid performer. He made $18,000 in 1969 for his set, which included his rendition of the Star Spangled Banner, which amounts to over $130,000 in today's world. Blood, Sweat, and Tears and Joan Baez were paid second and third most for $15,000 and $10,000 respectively. Drug use was rampant at Woodstock. Shocker. Marijuana smoking was incredibly common at the festival, but most of the 80 arrests on the drug charges were for hard drugs like LSD, amphetamines, and heroin. So those are some of the fun facts from all that stuff. Anyway, so as I continue on, history in music today, since we crossed the Woodstock part of the story, a couple of other events in music history today. So if I can pull up the damn page here again. Oh, man, sometimes this thing takes a little bit. What are you going to do? Let me see if I can get it to come up faster in a different page. Ah, there we go. Finally. Oh, no. Still not. It's still not. I thought it switched over. But stuff is slow right now. I don't know why my internet all of a sudden went slow and I have lost it. Unfortunately. Okay, here we go. In 1991, Paul Simon played a free concert at New York Central Park that was attended by 750,000 fans. In 79, Led Zeppelin released their final studio album, In Through the Outdoor. Oh, baby. Boom, 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 boom. In 81, the Pretenders put out their second album, The Pretenders Duh. In 91, Nirvana played at LA's Roxy Theater, inviting the audience to attend the shoot for their first video, Smells Like Teen Spirit. 2 days later, so many came that hundreds of fans had to be turned away. And that's what happened today in music history. How do you like that? All right. Rest in peace to Greg Kihn, famous for the breakup song and Our Love's in Jeopardy, baby. I didn't know he was battling Alzheimer's, which is a terrible, terrible disease. You don't wish it on anybody. He passed away at the age of 75 after battling the disease. But an MTV favorite, right? Anybody that watched MTV back in the day in the 80s, Greg Kihn was on all the time, dude. All the time. Good shit. What else do we have? Oh, by the way, Dr. Dre wants to be an Olympian. Do you think Dr. Dre can be an Olympian? Huh?
Yeah.
What do you think he wants to do?
Oof. I'm going to say something to do with track and field. Should do breaking, but I'm going to say track and field.
No, it's actually not track and field, believe it or not.
See, I don't know some of the other like non-popular Olympic events that I'm missing here.
Well, apparently his daughter got him into archery.
Yeah, that's okay. Okay.
So there's no age. And they practice at 75 feet. That's where the competition is. Dre says he's good at it, and he practices at 90 feet. So even at his tender age of whatever, I think it's like 60 or something. I forgot what it was where I read the article. He's thinking of trying to be an Olympian. You know, after the Turkish guy was shooting the gun, and it looked like, everybody made fun of that, and it's like, it was. I mean, the gifs they came out with that were just absolutely awesome. So Dre is saying, I'm good. I'm a good archery guy, man. I can shoot the bow and arrow and stuff. So there's no real age limit on it. It's just a skill, whether you have it. So he's thinking of going out to be that, to be an Olympian. That'd be pretty cool.
No, it is. It is, especially when you hear some of the stories, even from this past Olympics, where one of the cyclists was actually like, she just started taking up cycling a few years ago as a hobby, and then saw that she was good at it, and then she went to the Olympics and won gold. I mean, it's crazy how the things happen.
Yeah. All right, so let me see what you guys got here. James, you blew it. You like that, Lester, huh? You've been around a little bit. Big O, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, a great classic band with such a unique sound. I agree, definitely. Ocala Joe, what up, O and Finn's family? I'm a little late to the show, but better late than never. And as they say, freaking dentist. Oh, when you have a moment, you should look at what happened with Riot Fest here in Chicago. Hilarious shit. They moved the venue to the suburbs and then moved it back to the city within a month. I heard something about that. But I'll check it out. I remember I heard something about Riot Fest. Gold medalist in paying ex-wife. Yeah. Big O, do you agree with me that we need to use Brooks more, especially with late lead? And it's just that he's not a punish. He doesn't that it's not something McDaniel likes. He's not. He doesn't give a shit about the big receiver, and he doesn't care about the power running back. He proved it again this offseason. He went and got Jalen Wright, and the big receiver. They went and drafted a whole bunch of midgets. They only have one big receiver, and it's Ezukama. That's why I told you the big receiver is going to be your tight end. It's just you want something, and I want something from him, the bigger bruising back to, wear out the game, short yardage, all that. I want it to. He doesn't use it. I want a big receiver, a different style of receiver to help out Tua. No, he still thinks playing fades with Oompa Loompa is a good thing, and it's not. And you heard Tyreek the other day say, oh, man, I'm trying to convince, coach to throw more fades to me. I cringed when I heard that. I was like, oh, my God, bro, these people don't learn. Fades with midgets just don't work. So these are characteristics that are just not in his DNA. Just not. No matter what you and I want, because we're more traditionalist, but he doesn't care about having a pounding, bruising back. Doesn't care. Doesn't care about having a taller receiver in the lineup. Doesn't care. If you don't fit what he wants to do, they pass you over. That's just the way it is. Jeopardy by Greg Kinn was one of my favorite videos. Yeah, it was such a terrible video. It was fun to watch, right? That's the thing. Let's see. If jumping into conclusions was Olympic sport, a lot of people would be good at it. Yeah, man. Hey, little people, LOL, don't get canceled. Wait, never mind. Oh, makes them rules. That's right. That's right. I don't really care. Let's see. Joe Rogan and Dr. Dre can both be fellow Olympians on the archery team. There you go. But oh no, I'm sorry. I was thinking the other guy, Dana White, not Joe Rogan. I was thinking of the other. No, because the slapping wife competition that would have been good for Dana White. By the way, there's a video going around on social media. Did you see the ass slapping competition they have there? Have you seen that? I saw it on Twitter. It's like floating around. It ends up on my timeline every couple of hours. Two, good-looking women, and they're in a ring, and they're smacking each other's butts. I personally think that sport has all the potential in the world. I'm just saying. I just got to be honest. It's a really, really good sport. I was very impressed. I thought, hey, man, if we're going to have, a new sport added to Olympic competition, it shouldn't be breakdancing. It should be ass breaking. Fine asses smacking fine asses. Sounds like a plan, Stan. Okay. I'm going to give you my final Dolphin nugget of the day. And by the way, we're at 170 and 164 is watching. You guys can get us to 200 right away. I know there's 30 of you that have not hit the like button. So hit that like button. Get us over 200 already. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Help us out. Would you hear thunder or something?
You didn't hear that?
That was thunder. Okay.
It shook the door.
Okay. All right. Damn. Anyway, I kind of talked about this already a couple times. I'm going to talk about it again. Okay. And I get that a lot of the people in the media have to live off of drama and sensationalism and all that kind of stuff. Odell Beckham will be just fine and will be ready to go in week 1. You don't have to worry about Odell Beckham. You don't have to listen to people that are overreacting why he's not practicing. There is zero hurry. I can't tell you exactly what I know because I've been sworn to it. I mean, not sworn. It's like when they tell me something that I know I can't tell, they don't tell me, hey, make sure I know I can't tell it. So, but the only thing I can tell you, okay, is that don't be worried. He's fine. He's fine. He's going to be on the field. He's going to be doing his thing, complimenting, Waddle and Tyreek. The people that are making it a big deal, if you have anybody on YouTube, if you have anybody on radio, on TV, on newspaper, anybody making a big deal about it and or telling you that, he's not going to be there in week 1 and all that kind of crap, Aaron Brewer will be lining up for the Miami Dolphins, and Odell Beckham Jr. will be lining up for the Miami Dolphins in week 1. They'll be there. Okay? All right? They haven't had any setbacks whatsoever. One of them is running just fine because Brewer's not about running; it's the hand thing, and he'll be there for the beginning of the season. You do not have to worry about that. Aaron Brewer will be your starting center. Okay, I'm sure he'll be ready probably the week of game week and everything to practice and all that stuff. So from everything I'm hearing, Brewer will be there. From everything I've been hearing with Beckham for 2 weeks now, okay, because it's been 2 weeks since I first got that nugget, and I today I wanted to have another conversation with somebody about it, and they completely assured me that we're good. We're good. Okay, and I can't specifically talk about what I know, but what I know would make you very, very happy. Put it that way. Okay? So Aaron Brewer will be lining up for week 1. Odell Beckham will be there for week 1. And then we've got all the other nuggets that we shared throughout the whole thing. Okay? And you guys can check it out for yourself. All right? Omar Kelly making a big deal. OBJ will not play until late October. If he wants, I could bet him money on that. I mean, it wouldn't be fair because I actually know what's going on and he doesn't. But, whatever. I'm good with that. If he's saying that, I'm not exactly sure, but I'll take your word for it because I can trust you, Gus. But if he's saying that, he'll be wrong. So, again, not a big deal. As a Dolphins staff needs to get their shit together and have this team ready to go to war because it's no excuses this season. They'll be ready, dude. They'll be ready. He said it on Joe Rose's. He said it on Joe Rose this morning. Okay, well, he's wrong. He's wrong. Love you, Omar. Great dude. Great dude. But, yeah, I disagree with him on a lot of stuff. And then some stuff that he might be saying, I'll tell you it's categorically wrong. So Odell Beckham will be playing for the Dolphins in week 1. That's all I can tell you. Okay? So, yeah, OBJ. Yeah, well, it takes Troy, of course, to go with the negative stuff. OBJ won't be stealing money this year. Yeah. No, he's not stealing any money because I actually know what's going on, unlike some of the folks that think they know what's going on and are just guessing. So I'll go with facts instead of just guessing. You know what I'm saying? Ray Martinez, thank you for the love. Remember, you can make a donation, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo. And you can make a Bitcoin or Ethereum donation. And the great Ray Martinez made both a Bitcoin and Ethereum donation on Venmo. Thank you, Ray. Too kind, my brother. Too kind. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Ray puts, by the way, happy Thursday, wonderful dip. Yes, it is a wonderful dip. And it's thank you for helping me take advantage of it. I love our 24 draft class. Yes, the 2024 draft class is looking so good. It is making a quick transition to what's going on. Even guys that are undrafted, like a Storm Duck, is actually making an impact and going to help out. So I am 100% with you on that one. Yes, Ray. And thank you again. Very kind of you. Remember, you guys can make a donation, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo. Okay? All right. He said he didn't know, just guessing. Who said? Oh, Omar said that. Well, if he's guessing or if he's saying it, either way, it's wrong. Okay, I'm telling you, Odell Beckham could practice if he wanted to this week. He will be playing in week 1. You listening to me? Okay, he could practice. I believe they're just not going to push it. So they'll let him pace and take it easy. And I don't know. What's the hard on to see him running around in August? I need you to be ready for week 1, bro. I'm sorry. I just don't need to push it. He's Malik needs as many reps as possible. Young receivers that haven't been in the league, that haven't been in the system, that don't have experience, they have to pick up all that stuff. Okay. Well, those got experience. He's been in several offenses. He's not really going to carry a heavy load as it is. He's a complimentary guy. I just think the problem is that you need space to write and you need negative shit to post and you need negative stories to rant about on YouTube or whatever. And you got to put concern into the fans. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, you got to be really concerned about Odell Beckham. He's not practicing. And we are right now. It is August 15th. Oh, my God, I can't believe it. He's not practicing. Is there a concern? So then that puts the concern in you. Oh, my God, this sportscaster, this writer, this whatever is concerned about Odell Beckham. Should I be? Well, the problem is that this writer or this podcaster or this television guy doesn't have any real insight. So when you really don't know what's going on, okay? So he'll be there week 1, okay? He'll be there week 1. But whatever. It's good. Hey, you know what? This is better. It sells more. The other teams are reading it. Other writers are reading it. Oh, no, Odell. Oh, Odell's having problems, Odell, And the people that are here with us, you all kind of know the real skinny. So it's all good. You're in the loop. Others are not. That's all. And when he's there in week 1, you're going to go, thanks, so. You walked me off the ledge. I didn't have to worry about it. And when Aaron Brewer's there in week 1, you're going, oh, he also said that too. So, all right, we are out of here. We thank, of course, John Brunetti Jr. Thank you, and the Brunetti family, as always, just amazing supporters of our platform. We thank the great Sean Stanley, Steve Calabro, the GM, as always, that makes it happen here and just makes it nice and easy for us. We'll catch up with Steve next week. I know he couldn't catch up with us this week. Appreciate all of you out there. Those of you that sent in a super chat, thank you. Anytime you're listening to the show, you can support us by making a donation, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. Visit our amazing sponsors. Man, we got some great sponsors. Please visit our amazing sponsors and also our merchandise shop. Many ways to support us and keep us going. We will see you tomorrow morning, man. We're back to normal tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Same time, same place, same bat channel.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.